I really struggle with perfectionism, so I wanted to talk about it today while I get ready. So let's go. I'm gonna ice my face, but I have eczema on my face right now because I ate too many eggs yesterday. I usually put Vaseline on it and it helps heal a lot faster. I'm just gonna wipe it off now. First things first, I'm gonna be getting ice. You can't really see the rash, but it was starting to itch yesterday, so that's why I put like a lot of Vaseline on it. Vaseline is like the OG for that. Now I'm gonna ice my face and I wrap it in a cloth. And then you just go ahead and ice your face. I wanted to talk about perfectionism today. It's something that I really struggle with. I'm doing this completely off the cuff, which usually I have a script and I follow it word for word, but I don't really want to do that because I feel like it stifles me in being my most authentic self. That's why I kind of want to shift from working on my perfectionism by one, having an outline of kind of what I want to say, but this is like completely unplanned. I was gonna do a get ready with me, but I didn't know what I was gonna be talking about. So yeah, I've really struggled with perfectionism my whole life. For me, now that I'm realizing it, it's kind of like a defense mechanism in some sort of way, like it protects me. But I really have gotten to the point where it's starting to interfere with my life and I just cannot really have that happening. It's better to take imperfect action instead of expecting everything to line up and be perfect for you to get started in whatever you're trying to do. For me, that's like content creation. Sometimes I'll go through bouts where I'm like really motivated and really excited, but then perfectionism stops me because I either suddenly feel really self-conscious of myself or I'm overly critical of the things that I put out and I don't think it's good enough. I mean, honestly, I feel like I've made a lot of strides for that because I started posting on TikTok. It has really helped me get out of my comfort zone and really helped me through my time of healing where I needed my energy to go somewhere because I was pretty much always at home. I was healing my body and I would be so tired all the time. So I would have to be resting and I'd be laying on the couch a lot of the times. But editing videos, having an outlet like that really helped me a lot. It's always been my dream to be a content creator. What I've learned from perfectionism is one, it's a defense mechanism. So you need to kind of figure out like, why are you doing that? For me, it was like my fear of being seen and being vulnerable with other people because I always thought it was kind of like a weakness. So now I'm kind of at this point where I'm like, you know what? It's not weakness. You have to share your stories so other people can relate to you and also know what's possible for their life. I had a lot of anxiety in high school. I'd have like panic attacks, but I didn't know what they really were. I would be really overwhelmed sitting in the front of the classroom, thinking everybody's judging me. That really determined a lot of things for my life. I have gone through all of those things. That's why I want to talk about it more. I especially like to ice my eyes because I get puffy eyes, and this is an easy way to get the puffiness down really fast too. So that's pretty much it. Let's go through the rest of my routine. So we're gonna do my moisturizer. This is the It Cosmetics Invisible SPF. This acts as a primer and also has hyaluronic acid in here. I really love this. They gifted this to me. It's like one of my faves. If I'm lazy and I don't want to do like multiple layers, I'll just do this. Look at how smooth that is. Look at this. I just love it, and it smells really good. I don't usually like fragrance things. Like, I don't think it's necessary to have fragrances, but it does smell pretty good. You don't really need to do a lot, and it's like a really good primer, which I really love things that multitask. I don't like doing a lot of things on my face for my routine at all. Actually, let me clip my hair up so it doesn't get in the way. I don't have the same clip. First, I always do my concealer. I always do the Clinique one. I've been using Clinique for so long, but they just changed their formula. This is the new one. I just dab it on my fingers. They have like a blender, but I don't really like using sponges because I think too much bacteria can build up on there. It has a sponge, and I used it once and it actually is pretty nice. I just prefer using my fingers. We're gonna cover this eczema rash. The issue with perfectionism is it's always about vulnerability, like not wanting to be seen as weak. I'm realizing that's not actually a superpower. It is a superpower kind of because I've gone through a lot of tough things, but it's nice to be able to just be yourself. Let's cover this really quick. So I don't use foundation or anything like that. It's too powdery. My face is kind of dry. But look, it's like gone. Can't even tell it's there. And I kind of just like use it all over my face where I feel like I need it. Mainly my nose. See if it's blended evenly. Okay. This is amazing. Like, look, you can't even see my eczema anymore. One of the best ways to get over perfectionism is to just put yourself out there, not vulnerably, because I feel like a lot of people overshare too much now on the internet. There's some things that I'm like, whoa, y'all gotta back it up and kind of keep it to yourself. There's just a lot of oversharing now. I just think you have to pick and choose what you're willing to share, especially as a content creator. I don't share every little detail. I am a very private person now, and I don't know how people do their eyebrows while they're on camera, because it's just impossible for me to actually talk and do this at the same time. You have to be open. That doesn't necessarily mean you need to blast everything on the internet. I'm a very private person, but I'm still online, and I like that balance that I have. I'm actually quite introverted, and I think introverted people do the best as content creators, and not everybody needs to do that, but I feel like if that's something you're called to do, it really helps with perfectionism, because you kind of have to just put yourself out there and hope for the best. But I'm gonna go do my eyebrows and then I'll be right back. Also, I'm using the e.l.f. brown eyebrow pencil. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the best at doing eyebrows, but I didn't want you to just watch me be doing this. I'm gonna do my eyeliner, and I use Deja Vu's Lasting Line. It's really smooth. But one thing about pencil eyeliners like this one, it falls off my face really easily, and I don't know if it's because I have monolids or if that doesn't adhere to my skin. I'm gonna do this off camera again because I can't. My eyeliner is done, and we're gonna go ahead and do blush. To top it off, breaking through your perfectionism is breaking through your fears of whatever you're afraid of showing about your imperfection. Like for me, that's like a lot of my scars that I have. I'm trying to get over that and start sharing those and showing my scars more, but it can be really intimidating. I'm realizing it's usually because of a fear of judgment or fear of being seen as not good enough because you're not perfect, because somewhere along the line you were taught that in order for you to be loved, you have to be perfect and you can't have any issues or any emotion. That's just not healthy, one. And I'm realizing that for myself, that I didn't really allow myself to be really truly vulnerable with a lot of people. And it's been one of my struggles, but it's one of those things that I'm trying to overcome. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to share that through my YouTube channel here. I'm doing the Clinique Heather Pop Cheek Pop Blush Pop. Cheek Pop Blush Pop. That's what it says right here. This is my favorite. Again, I love Clinique, so I just put a whole bunch on. That's it. That's my makeup look. Actually, I'm gonna add some highlighter too. And again, this is Clinique, but it's like really old. I know you're supposed to buy new makeup. Sometimes I just want to finish using the ones that I have. I'm not always gonna buy new makeup. Okay, now I'm done. But anyways, with perfectionism, it's a work in progress as always. You're not always going to be perfect, and I think you need to find people that you trust, that you can be imperfect with, who accept you regardless. But you need to learn to accept yourself as you are and accept all of the imperfections that you have, and recognizing them and realizing we're human beings. Like, we're spiritual beings here to have a human experience, and we're not supposed to be perfect. We're supposed to be imperfect. That's the whole point. That's how we learn our lessons. That's how we grow as human beings or as souls. I just wanted to do a little quick chat on perfectionism and getting ready and everything. Honestly, I sometimes feel like my hair is a mess, my makeup's not good enough, my hair is growing out so it looks really funny. Like, I can point out all the things that are wrong with me, but the whole thing with healing your relationship with yourself is realizing that perfectionism was a way to protect yourself, but now it's actually a hindrance to you, because perfectionism also leads to procrastination, which is something that I do as well. I'm trying to change that as well. So I hope that kind of helped somebody. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe. I'm trying to battle my perfectionism and post every week, so follow along.